All right, guys, welcome back. Another day, another video. Lots to talk about. Let's jump right into it. First of all, talk about a massive delay, at least in terms of length of time. So Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has now been pushed all the way until 2024. February 2nd, 2024 to be exact, which is a massive delay for this game. And honestly, probably not that surprising for a lot of people. If you remember what happened with this game, they came out with the extended gameplay trailer. It's played and looked just like a looter shooter, which a lot of people, I guess, weren't expecting that or didn't want that for a Suicide Squad game. And then there was the battle pass stuff that people didn't want. And there was just a ton of negativity towards Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Then they came out and they said they were going to delay it, and they gave it a smaller delay. And now here is what they say. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will now launch on 02/02/24. We have made the tough but necessary decision to take the time needed to work on getting the game to be the best quality experience for players. Thank you to our amazing community for the continued support, patience, and understanding. There is much more to share in the months ahead, and we look forward to seeing you in Metropolis next year. So a massive, insane delay. And this is a pretty interesting picture here, which can paint the picture as to why they are delaying it this long. This is a compilation of all of the YouTube videos, I guess, and the thumbs up versus thumbs down on the various different channels. And it's like insane the ratio of thumbs downs compared to the thumbs up. So everyone was pissed off when they first saw that extended gameplay trailer. And there were some people out there like, I thought like, hey, it's a looter shooter. For what it is, for what they were going for, I'm like, okay, it could be some fun, but I wasn't like excited to go out and pick up this game like day one or anything like that. But they are delaying it now until February 2024. And you'd have to expect that for them delaying it this long, they're going to be completely just restructuring the game. Like I don't see this game having any chance of survival when it does release in 2024 if it isn't completely restructured. If they don't take out a lot of the looter shooter elements, if that's even possible, if they don't fix up the battle pass or even get rid of the battle pass and take that content and just throw it back into the game somehow. If they don't change a lot of aspects of this game, I think this game will be dead on arrival, especially now with this entire year of release. And you would think next year, depending on what comes out with in February of 2024, it may be a little bit of a better time slot for with all of the insane games coming out in 2023. But we'll wait and see. I hope it does well. Like I think Rocksteady is a great developer. I'm rooting for them. The Arkham series were amazing, but it's been so long since we got another game in the Arkham series. And people, I think the biggest thing here was when they announced this game and they were going into the gameplay and showing the extended gameplay. I think a lot of people went into that trailer thinking it was going to be an Arkham clone, but with Suicide Squad, which obviously that wasn't the case. And this is the second game where people have been disappointed, at least in terms of their reactions online, with Gotham Knights and then here Suicide Squad. Gotham Knights obviously not from Rocksteady, but in the DC universe. And it's unfortunate. I hope it does come out in a good state, and I hope that they do make changes that will satisfy the gamers out there that are really interested in this game, because I think it's important to have combat here in terms of different superhero games that do well, and Suicide Squad could be that game. But obviously right now they've missed the mark for what people were looking for. So we'll see what happens in a year from now. But let's jump over here to some pretty interesting stuff here in terms of the Xbox Activision Blizzard acquisition and advertising. So previously we saw in the Financial Times, Microsoft had put this full page advertisement in the Financial Times in the UK and saying Call of Duty for 150 million more players, showing all the devices that you'd be able to play Call of Duty on. And obviously they're in a battle with the CMA right now to get this thing approved, making remedies so that the CMA feels like they're meeting the needs of the issues that they have brought up when looking at this deal. We already know that they've already changed their mind on the console harm theory, and they don't think that Microsoft is going to partially or fully try to foreclose PlayStation. So that one has been thrown out the window. Now they're still looking at cloud, and they're still looking at the enforcement of the commitments that Microsoft has been making, like the 10-year deals for Call of Duty and the Activision catalog on cloud streaming devices or cloud streaming services. And Microsoft, I think, are trying to win over the people in the UK, as they've been putting out ads like that full page ad in the Financial Times. And then we have this here from Tom Warren saying Microsoft is now running digital ads for its Activision Blizzard acquisition at some London tube stations. It comes a month after placing a full page ads in 2 UK newspapers and ahead of the CMA's decision on the deal later this month. And you can see it here. It's the ad playing. Guessing this is like the subway or the public transportation, and boom, Call of Duty for 150 million more players, and then the device. It's pretty much the exact same thing as what they had in the full page spread there for the Financial Times. But we know that this decision is just around the corner from the CMA. It's about 2 weeks away where they're going to have to sit down and give the final decision on what they're going to be doing, whether they're approving this deal or block it. I think right now, from everything that we've been seeing recently, that it looks like they are leaning towards the approval of this deal without even the structural remedies. And we've seen PlayStation come back at the CMA upset, calling them irrational with the decisions that they made, specifically with the console side of things. PlayStation still arguing that losing Call of Duty in any form, whether it would be even just getting signing a deal for the 10 years of getting Call of Duty on the platform onto PlayStation Plus, into their subscription, all that type of stuff, that wouldn't be feasible for PlayStation. They just want to outright block this deal. So it'll be very interesting to see what the decision the CMA comes up with, because we're getting closer. There's going to be a lot more news coming out on that. But let's jump over here to something we talked about yesterday, and that was Ubisoft Plus. The writing was on the wall. It was about to drop. It was about to be announced, and saying that you could go access this on Xbox as the punch card was revealed and came out. And now Xbox has officially announced that Ubisoft Plus multi-access is available, and it is available right now. It says here, Ubisoft Plus, Ubisoft's game subscription service, is officially available on Xbox consoles through Ubisoft Plus multi-access. In order to take advantage of this new option, Xbox users must be subscribed to Ubisoft Plus multi-access and connect their account to their Xbox profile, gaining access to a vast and growing library of games and 10% off in-game currency. And there's a lot of stuff within the Ubisoft Plus subscription. Like, you get all the Ubisoft games, but you get the highest tier of those games. So you get a lot of the DLC. And specifically, this is the large list of games that do come with this subscription. Now, I personally think the games, I like these games. Like, these are tons of games here that I've enjoyed, I've played, I've beat. Some of my favorite games, right? Like, there's even the South Park series that I forget sometimes it's from Ubisoft, like the Stick of Truth and the Fracture of a Whole. There's Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which is an incredible beat 'em up. You have all the Rainbow Sixes, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, everything you want really from Ubisoft, you get here, and they are great games. The issue I see with this, especially on the Xbox console, is I believe the price for it is $17.99, so $18 a month to subscribe to Ubisoft Plus, which I feel is going to be a very hard sell for most people, especially if you are subscribed to Xbox Game Pass, because the Xbox Game Pass is a far better service than Ubisoft Plus because of the variety you get with it. You're not just getting games from one publisher. So I think it'll be a very hard sell. But you have to also think about, when it comes to like people who have multiple movie and TV subscriptions, maybe this is what they're going for here, thinking that people would rather spend $18 a month on Ubisoft games, $10 a month just for Game Pass on console or something like that. And that's going to be their entertainment in terms of subscription services. Maybe that's what they're going for. But then the other side of the thing is, we've seen Ubisoft games also come onto Xbox Game Pass. And is that going to continue going forward? Probably, I would suspect, probably not, or at least less games, because if you're Ubisoft, you'd want to promote your own subscription service. But we'll see. At least the access is there and available to Xbox gamers. Now, yesterday as well, there was a very small update to the Xbox dashboard. Very tiny. This is the April update, and I think I've already experienced pretty much all of these features, or these two features already. They're updating search. As you can see here, it's like a new, nicely laid out search feature with a bar across the top where you can scroll to exactly what section of the Xbox dashboard you want to go to. And there's a little search icon on your dashboard at the top. Now, if you just click that, it'll pop this screen up. And that's one of the updates, the refreshed Xbox search experience. It says it includes a sleek new look, gallery style results, visible filter categories, navigable with RB and LB, the options you search on YouTube within the movies and TV tab, and more. And then the other thing that's being added here is the adjustable active hours in your power setting for your Xbox console. So obviously you change when you want your Xbox to be active, and they say here you can save money from not using as much energy. So those are the two options that they're bringing over here with the April update, which should be rolling out soon, should be showing up on everybody's Xbox, I guess, in a matter of days or weeks. So it shouldn't be too long if you're looking forward to these two very small updates. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is a very, very cool thing that I hope Xbox looks into and brings out. and make sure that they actually fund this thing so that people's experiences on handheld gaming are just seamless with Xbox Game Pass. But it says here, Microsoft is experimenting with a Windows gaming handheld mode for Steam Deck-like devices. A leaked hackathon project gives us an early look at Microsoft's prototypes for improving Windows on handheld gaming devices. And I mean, it looks really, really cool. This is the actual, just pull it up here. This is the actual video that was in that hackathon, where you can kind of go through here and see just kind of what they're getting at in terms of making sure that if you're using Windows on your Steam Deck, you're going to have a smoother, better experience, and it really will feel like you're playing a handheld device. And from my experience with the Steam Deck and with Windows, it works. Like, I've bootloaded Windows on my Steam Deck and it works fine. You can use touchpads to move around the mouse. You can use your finger to click whatever you want, but it just is still too cumbersome for a handheld device. And I've been sitting and waiting and hoping and praying that Microsoft brings out an update of some sort to be able to have that mobile experience on these handhelds that are seemingly continuously coming from all of these different companies, so that you can access and play Xbox Game Pass seamlessly. And I think it will definitely be very enticing for a lot more people if there's something that they can just release that's an easy download and easy install and turns your Steam Deck instantly into an Xbox Game Pass device, into an Xbox ecosystem device. I think that would actually help sell even more people into the Xbox ecosystem, because you can play all your Game Pass games via Xbox Game Pass PC currently, but it is a cumbersome experience using the desktop versions of Windows on the Steam Deck. And this is the thing here with stuff like this. It says, while this project may never ship, it's encouraging to see Microsoft employees pushing for it to happen. Microsoft was quick to support Xbox cloud gaming on Steam Deck, but we've heard little about its Windows ambitions for handheld gaming outside of this leaked presentation. So I really hope that the executives, and I think it's a smart thing, I think it would help with their business. I really hope the executives at Microsoft are looking at this, seeing that people want this, and invested in it, and make sure that this does get released to the consumers. But I'm going to leave the video there, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe. Help this channel community grow. We're growing and it's awesome. And I love to see everyone's comments in the comments section in all of these videos talking about the stuff that we talked about. In this video specifically, do you want to see a handheld mode for Xbox? What are your thoughts on Ubisoft Plus, the pricing? Would you ever add another subscription on your Xbox console on top of Xbox Game Pass? And what are your thoughts on Suicide Squad getting delayed? Do you think it's going to come out as a looter shooter, or do you think that they're going to completely revamp the game since they delayed it all the way until 2024? Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.